Hi everybody, it's Mark C. Winters, and today I want to talk to you about a word that I'll bet you've heard quite a bit recently. I'm just curious how much you've really thought about it, how much you've thought about what it means to you. And that word is freedom. So freedom is something that I've had a passion for on a lot of different levels for a long time. And some number of years ago, Dan Sullivan of Strategic Coach, he influenced my thinking on entrepreneurial freedom in particular. And I found that Gino Wickman and I had a common passion for freedom. And so if you want to know the really about it, freedom is a driving force behind everything we're doing with rocket fuel. It's the why we're so passionate about helping create the most powerful visionary integrator duos that we can. So today my message to you is really just a kind of a gentle tap on the shoulder to get you to think about a couple of things. I want you to think first about why is it that you are an entrepreneur in the first place? Why did you start this company? Why did you choose this entrepreneurial lifestyle? And more specifically, what is the specific type of freedom that you're after? I want you to think about freedom a couple of different ways. One is freedom of time. It's the freedom to spend your time in the way that is most important for you. Spend your time on the really important things, not be forced to spend your time in certain ways. Another type of freedom is freedom of money. It's financial freedom, the freedom to not have money or the lack of it be an obstacle to your ability to pursue the things that are most important, the things that you really care the most about. Another type of freedom is the freedom to have relationships with the folks that you want to have relationships with, as opposed to the folks that you might have to or be forced to have relationships with. And another type of freedom is the freedom to be creative in a way only you can be, and to really bring that unique ability into the world and create the things that you have a passion for, that you care about, and bring those gifts to the planet in your special way, the way that you were gifted to be able to do that. So there's different types of freedom, and unfortunately what we see all too often is there is a trap. And entrepreneurs will make that leap towards some version of freedom that has caught their interest and lit that flame inside them. And then they wake up one day after they've made that leap and they realize that they're in this place that is almost completely opposite from that place of freedom that they were after. So, they don't have time to spend the way they want to. They're really forced to spend it in a certain way, and frankly, it's a way that a lot of people could be doing the things that they're doing. They don't have the money to pursue the opportunities, the things that are most important to them. They don't have the freedom of choice for who they have relationships with. They're forced to have relationships with certain people. And they're really not able to be creative in a full sense of the word. So that's why we're so passionate about it. We don't want to see entrepreneurs stuck in that trap, and so we've discovered that there's a pathway. There's a pathway from that trapped place to the freedom that they were after in the first place. And that's this visionary integrator combination. So that's why we're so passionate about it. And every week we get to see examples of visionaries and integrators working together to maximize that relationship and make it really powerful. And every time we see that there is greater freedom that comes out of the process as a result. So today, that's really all I wanted to do. Is I just want to tap you on the shoulder with that message and get you to think about some things and decide if this visionary integrator structure is something that could help you. It's on your pathway to freedom. So 3 things to wrap this up today. Number 1, I want you to ask yourself why. Why did you choose to be an entrepreneur in the first place? And number 2, what's the specific type of freedom that's really most meaningful to you? What type of freedom is it that you're after? And number 3, I want you to decide, is the visionary integrator combination, that structure, on your pathway to freedom? Come check us out on rocketfuelnow.com, where you can join the list to get our Rocket Fuel Insights, the latest thinking on visionaries and integrators. Join the private group. Be a part of the discussion. Some really interesting things being talked about in there. We'd love to have you be a part of it. Take the assessments if you haven't already. Find out what your strengths are as a visionary or an integrator. And finally, read Rocket Fuel. If you've already read Rocket Fuel and you liked it, we'd love to see a review from you on Amazon. We'd really love to hear what you think. So until next time, rock it on.